It's about time, it's about time.
Well, hello and welcome to this week's vlog. I feel like I've been away for a really long time. The reason for that is that I've been writing book 9 and it has got a title and I haven't been able to tell you the title yet. I am going to tell you the title soon. I'm going to find out this week when I can tell you. So as soon as I know, I will post a special vlog and I will tell you what the title is. But it's very lovely and I hope you'll like it. So yeah, finally finished the book. It took a very long time. I wouldn't recommend all-nighters, but I did 4 all-nighters in the end. My body was telling me I'm not 18 anymore. I can't do it like I used to do at university. But in the end, it actually worked, and I think I got really into the story. The last sort of third of the book went really, really fast because I knew what I was telling myself. So that was quite good, but a lot of work. So I've got some questions for you. I asked for your questions and I've had so many questions that I'm going to spread them over this week and next week. So if your question doesn't get asked this week, don't worry, because I will do it next week. So the first question this week is from @SandyBUK, Sandra on Twitter. Hi Sandra, thank you very much for your lovely question. She wants to know what made me decide to become an author. Well, I didn't know that I necessarily wanted to be an author. I wanted to have a book that was on the shelves of my local library, of Kings Winford Library, which is the town that I grew up in. And that was something that I wanted to think. I was about 5, I think. And I knew that, but beyond that, I didn't really know anything else about it. And then I wrote stories all the way through my childhood. And it was kind of a dream that was always there. I think I've come to the conclusion that I can't really do anything else. All the jobs that I've had have involved some kind of storytelling. So I hope that answers your question. So the next question is from Uncle Wilco on Twitter. Andrew Wilcox, hi. Thank you very much for your question. Andrew is the founder and one of the judges of Shed of the Year, which is it's like my favourite competition every year, and I follow it really avidly. So it's a brilliant question. And so he wants to know what would be my dream place to write. And actually, it is a shed. I've got to say, I finally inherited a shed. So let me show you my shed. So this is it. Or this will be the Shed of Dreams. It's not at the moment. We put some lights around it, you know, just to make it look jolly. This is going to be the Shed of Dreams, so it'll walk you around. So you can see it's not much at the moment. But it has potential. I think it has holes in it, but it has potential. And a celestial light over the back of it. So there you go. And it's basically going to be a writing shed. It's literally at the back of my house. It's just going to be lovely, but it's very much a work in progress and we're going to do work on it as and when we can. So let's have a look inside. At the moment it's got some of Bob's plants in it. That's what happens when you're married to a gardener. But this is the size, actually quite a big shed. Needs a lot of work, needs the gaps filling in. But this, believe it or not, will be a writing shed. Hi Bob. Tell us about the shed, Bob.
I like to tell you it's a shed. With some daffodils in it.
What we're going to do to it.
Your guess is as good as mine. We'll wait and see when we get there. We'll do something, won't we? I don't know yet.
So ever since I was a little girl, really, I've dreamed of having a shed. I always wanted to write stories in a shed from quite early on. I think more so than thinking about, you know, having a house of my own, I wanted a shed of my own. So when we finally bought this house at the start of the year and I realised that we were going to inherit a shed, I was very excited. So I don't know if this makes me a sheddy, still a wannabe sheddy, or a wannabe with a sheddy. I'm not quite sure what the proper term is, but it's something that I really, you know, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what we can make of it, and eventually, hopefully, writing stories in there. So keep posted to my vlogs, because you will find out what we do with the Shed of Dreams as this year progresses, and I'll keep you updated. So I hope that answers your question. My next question is from the wonderful Kathy Bramley. She is the queen of feel-good fiction, and if you haven't read any of her books, you need to go and buy them right now. Kathy wants to know, how do I decide where to start my books? So where to start the story from. I like putting readers right into the middle of that character's life. So with a lot of my books, I've started it in the middle of a really mortifying conversation, or something major has just happened and they're kind of reacting to it, or they're at that point where something pretty big is happening, and then tell the story from there. So I think in the first chapter you've got to throw readers right into the middle of that person's world. So in my new book, it starts with Seren, and Seren finds something that then sets the course for the rest of the book, and it's at the point she finds it. And I'd written normally when I write the first chapter, it stays pretty much as I've written, because it's kind of the first idea that I have, and it seems to work. But in the new book, I wrote the first chapter initially, and she was kind of musing about her life, and it was kind of, I don't really need to know this now. This is more like a chapter 2, chapter 3 sort of thing. So what I did was go back and write it and put her right at the point where she makes the discovery. So right at the beginning, right in chapter 1, you know what she's found, and that is going to set the course for the rest of the book. So I think you've got to do something where readers feel they're just right in the middle of the world with that character, and they're wanting to know what's happening next. So hope that answers your question. So that's it for this week. I'll have more of your questions next week. The ones that, if you've asked me a question and I've not answered it in this vlog, it will be in next week's vlog. So thank you very much, and hold your horses and I will answer it. So have you got a question that you'd like to ask me in future vlogs? All you need to do is leave a comment under this vlog. You can email me mirandawordy@gmail.com. You can tweet me at Wordsmith on Twitter. I'm also at Wordsmith on Instagram. You can leave your message there. You can send me a message at Miranda Dickinson author on Facebook, and I think that's it. Or just, carry a pigeon, smoke signals, anything you want to do really, and ask me anything about writing, publishing, my books, my hats, anything you like. So there you go. I hope it's been a good one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.